Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Okay, today we are really jumping into the deep end. We're talking massive psychological games, big corporate moves, and just a lot of romantic turmoil.
Yeah, a lot. We're basically mapping out the chaos from Bold and the Beautiful, looking at everything that went down from October 15th to the 17th, and then trying to piece together what's coming the week of the 20th to the 24th, 2025.
Exactly. And our goal here, is to really synthesize all these sources,
Mm.
make sense of the shifting alliances, the job drama, the family feuds. It's intense.
It really is. And the sources are pointing to, I think, three huge areas exploding right now. First, there's the whole Deacon, Taylor, and Sheila situation. That's getting dangerous.
Hmm.
Second, Forrester Creations is in for a massive shakeup, looks like, led by Hope.
Right.
And third, the fallout from Luna. The psychological trauma, especially for the younger characters, it's dark.
Okay, let's definitely start there with the personal stuff. The fight for Deacon, Wednesday, October 15th. Sheila makes her move. Right away.
Oh, absolutely. No hesitation. The sources say she heads straight for Il Giardino, Deacon's place.
Yeah.
And she's not subtle. She wants her hubby back. Just like that. Asks him to come home.
Which is, wow. Considering what just happened, I mean, Deacon just told Deke, his son, that he moved out. He left her.
Exactly. He laid it all out, the lies about Luna Nozawa, conspiring with Luna. I mean, huge betrayals.
But it's not just the personal lies, is it? The sources really seem to emphasize the professional hit she dealt him.
Yes. And we really need to dig into that for a second, because Il Giardino, for Deacon, it isn't just, a restaurant. It's everything. It's his comeback story.
Right. It represents his sobriety, his legitimacy. He worked so hard for that place to earn respect.
He really did. It was his proof that he could stay clean, build something real, be someone his kids could be proud of.
So when Sheila let Luna, this little monster, as one source puts it, just creep back in and commit more crime, and crucially, at his restaurant.
Ugh. It's sabotage. It's not just betraying him, it's betraying his entire redemption. She endangered his business, his reputation, everything he built to stay away from his old life.
Yeah, that professional betrayal, undermining his stability. That's got to sting just as much, maybe even more, than the personal stuff for Deacon.
I think so, too. It basically risks dragging him back down, and that's the last place he wants to be.
Okay, so while Sheila's making these, frankly, desperate pleas at Il Giardino, something else is happening on that same Wednesday. Something much healthier, maybe.
Definitely healthier. Deacon starts his official therapy sessions with Taylor Hayes.
And the sources jump right on this dynamic, don't they? They're not framing it as just doctor-patient.
Not at all. They immediately flag it. This is the start of a good friendship. That, and this is the key part, may lead to something more. It feels like a big narrative signal.
And you see it right away. Wednesday, before they even meet in person for the session, they're on the phone. Described as very smiley and happy.
Yeah, there's a connection there. It's not forced. It's not clinical. It feels like ease, comfort, something maybe both of them have been missing.
Could be. Taylor's always tangled up with Ridge drama. Deacon's always tied to chaos like Sheila.
Yeah.
This feels different, like mutual support, maybe.
And think about the family reaction, this potential pairing. It's got buy-in. We know Deke and Hope totally on board, all for it, the sources say.
And the biggest one, Brooke. Brooke Logan is actually okay with this.
That's huge, right? She tells Ridge she's happy they're back together, remarried, but then she says she wants happiness for Taylor as well.
That's rewriting the show's DNA, almost. The Brooke-Ridge-Taylor triangle has fueled things for decades. Brooke actively supporting Taylor moving on with Deacon. That's basically saying that old war is over.
It really is. It signals that this Deacon-Taylor thing isn't just a side plot. It's potentially a new central dynamic. Brooke's prioritizing Taylor's well-being over the old rivalry.
Okay, but Sheila, she's not just going to stand by while Deacon finds happiness, right?
Not a chance. So when she realizes this good friendship is budding, what does she do?
She goes full spy mode. Seriously. The sources say she follows Deacon to the hospital for his therapy appointment with Taylor.
Whoa, okay. Following him to a medical appointment, that feels like a step up, even for Sheila. Is there a sense of increased danger here?
It definitely feels like an escalation. She's hiding, watching them. And the trigger, she sees them hug.
Ah, a hug.
Yeah. Could be comfort, could be professional courtesy, who knows. But for Sheila, watching from the shadows, that hug confirms Taylor is a real threat to her hold on Deacon.
And the sources say this is the setup for the week of the 20th. Sheila is not going to take this lying down. Her reaction, Bound to be explosive.
So we're looking at serious jealousy, possibly dangerous rage, sparked by seeing Deacon find comfort somewhere else.
Yeah, that personal battlefield is definitely heating up. But, okay, let's shift gears. Because the corporate world at Forrester Creations is also about to explode.
Right, the professional shakeup. Hope is making a big, potentially risky move here, challenging the status quo.
It's fascinating how this storyline weaves together family loyalty, ambition, and this whole question about the company's creative future. It starts subtly on Wednesday the 15th. Ridge and Brooke are just doing normal Forrester stuff, looking at a dress on a model in the showroom.
Business as usual. But then, Deke Sharp shows up, Hope's brother.
Half-brother, yeah. And he's on a mission. He creeps into Forrester Creations, the source says, to secretly drop off his design portfolio.
He adds it to the pile of anonymous submissions for the Hope for the Future design job.
Anonymity is key here, isn't it? He knows Ridge. Well, Ridge isn't exactly Deacon's biggest fan, or likely his son's.
Definitely. That's the built-in problem. Even though Deke and Hope are seen talking with Ridge and Brooke later in the showroom, kind of normalizing his presence there. The source explicitly asks, does Ridge hate Deacon's son as well?
Right. That history, that baggage with Deacon is the hurdle Deke has to clear. So going in blind, anonymous, was his only real shot.
Okay, so Thursday, October 16th, decision time. Hope, Ridge, Carter, Brooke, they're all reviewing these anonymous portfolios.
And Hope knows what she's looking for. Or rather, who. The sources are really clear. She locks onto one designer's work. It's strongly implied it's Deke's.
And she doesn't just suggest him. She tells everyone, Ridge included, this is the designer they need to hire for her line.
That's a power move. She's not asking. She's telling them what her brand needs to survive and thrive.
Which naturally sets up a conflict for the week of the 20th. Because Ridge isn't just going to roll over and hire Deacon Sharp's kid for a major Forrester role.
Nope. The sources expect him to gripe a little. His main objection, probably Deke's lack of experience.
But is it really about experience? Or is it about control and maybe just not wanting Deacon's son around?
It's likely a mix, but Hope's ready for that argument. She's going to push back hard.
What's her angle?
She argues they desperately need young and fresh ideas. She specifically says they can't keep doing the same old-school Forrester Creations Lecter-type design.
Okay, Octer-type designs. Let's unpack that. What does that mean in the Forrester world?
It sounds like the classic Ridge Forrester aesthetic, right? High-end couture, maybe a bit traditional, formal, maybe even a little stuffy for Hope's line.
So the established luxury look that Ridge built the brand on.
Exactly. And Hope's saying that's not working anymore for Hope for the Future. Her line needs to be modern, aspirational, maybe more accessible. It needs disruption.
And Deke represents that disruption. He's the fresh blood, the antidote to getting stale.
That's her pitch. She'll push to get him hired, maybe even just on a trial basis to start. She's basically using this hire to nudge the company's whole creative direction, subtly challenging Ridge's dominance.
It's a generational fight playing out through fashion sketches. Interesting. And there's one more piece about Deke's infiltration on Friday the 17th.
Yeah, he runs into Electra Forrester near the CEO's office, apparently. He explains why he's there, about the portfolio.
And how does Electra react?
Once she realizes he's Hope's brother, she eases up, stops questioning him so hard about why he's snooping around the executive suite.
Nepotism in action. Or at least, family connections smoothing the way. Hope's influence is already protecting him a bit.
It shows you how that place works, doesn't it? Connections matter. A lot.
Okay, let's pivot again. From corporate games to the really heavy emotional stuff. The Luna crisis. The trauma from that is spreading.
Yeah, this is where things get really dark and psychological. Friday, October 17th, we see Finn. He's already dealing with Sheila, and now he's confronting his mom, Lai.
And he's quite upset, the sources say. Why?
Because Lai's been lying. Again. About Luna. Secrets and lies.
And the sources point out, this isn't new for Lou, right? This is familiar territory.
Depressingly familiar. It's a pattern of behavior. Remember when she hid Finn himself after Sheila shot him? Nursed him back secretly? It's the same impulse.
Why does she keep doing this? What's the thinking there?
It seems like this deep need for control. She thinks she knows best, medically, morally. She uses her position, the hospital, to enforce her own judgment, hide truths she thinks people can't handle or don't deserve to know.
But for Finn, it must be terrifying, seeing his own mother repeat this pattern. It destroys trust.
Completely. Now, Lee tries to explain herself, of course. She says initially she thought Luna could be redeemed, that maybe hiding her was misguided hope.
But she doesn't think that anymore.
No. Now she's convinced Luna is an irreconcilable monster. So the secrecy shifted from maybe misplaced compassion to, in her mind, necessary protection, protecting others from the monster.
Okay, but the real shocker here involves Luna's own mother, Papi Nozawa.
Oh, yeah. Poppy gets called to the hospital. She meets Lee and Finn in an office, and Finn tells her, Luna is alive.
And Papi's reaction.
It's chilling. Her jaw drops. She kind of shrieks that Luna's alive, and then calls her the B word.
Whoa. Okay, that's not exactly relief or joy.
Not even close. And the sources stress this. Finn is more horrified by Poppy's reaction than he is by Leah hiding Luna. That utter lack of maternal feeling just floors him.
And it tracks, doesn't it? Didn't Poppy say something awful before when she thought Luna was dead?
Exactly. When Lee first told her Luna was dead, Poppy's response was just, good, one word, chilling. Lee was furious then, and now this shriek, this name-calling, it confirms this deep, disturbing rejection of her own daughter.
It makes you wonder why. What's behind that level of coldness? Is it shame? Past trauma? It seems way beyond just being angry about Luna's crimes.
It definitely suggests a really complicated, maybe dark backstory for Poppy.
Meanwhile, the person Luna actually victimized, Ghoul Spencer, how's he doing?
He's struggling. By the end of the week, he's still reeling from the trauma, and he's stuck on that awful question. Why me? Why did Luna target him?
And the sources have a theory on that.
Yeah, and it's pretty disturbing. The speculation is Luna chose Will because he's little Bill Spencer's son.
Wait, so not about Will himself, about his father.
That's the suspicion, that Luna has this very twisted fixation on Dollar Bill, and hurting Will was a way to get at Bill, using the son as a proxy.
Oh, that's horrific. That adds a whole other layer of trauma for Will, doesn't it? That he wasn't even seen as a person, just a tool.
Exactly. It suggests the violation was part of some calculated pathology aimed at Bill, which makes it even more terrifying for Will, feeling interchangeable like that.
Understandably, that kind of trauma needs help.
Definitely. And the sources think Katie Logan might step in, suggest that Will needs professional help, specifically maybe seeing Taylor for some PTSD sort of therapy sessions.
Ah, interesting narrative connection there. Taylor, the therapist, right in the middle of the fallout from this huge crisis affecting the younger generation.
It makes her professionally essential to the healing process. And it logically connects her world with Deacon's again, as they're both kind of dealing with the fallout of bad choices and trauma.
Makes sense. And even though Luna's locked up for now, the threat isn't gone.
No, the sources explicitly say the Luna threat is not entirely gone. While Will and Elektra try to get back to normal, that danger is still lurking. A clear hook for more drama down the line.
Okay, so looking ahead, the week of October 20th to the 24th. Big return happening.
Huge return. Steffy Forrester is back. Jacqueline McInnes Wood returns from maternity leave.
And Steffi doesn't do quiet entrances, does she?
Never. She dives right back into the thick of it. The sources expect her to make a beeline for the jail.
To see Luna?
Yep. And not for a heart-to-heart. The prediction is she goes there specifically to taunt her.
Seriously?
Yeah. The source notes, Steffi loves to poke at people. It's classic Steffi. Confrontation, asserting dominance, maybe getting a bit of revenge for what happened to Will and Elektra. She wants Luna to know she's back, and she's not happy.
So her return immediately injects her right into the main conflict, using her established personality to stir the pot.
Exactly. She's the protector, the guardian. Confronting the monster is job one, and doing it Steffi style.
Okay, besides Steffi's return, what about the other relationships? Are things solidifying?
Well, there's definitely strategic planning happening around Deacon and Taylor. Deke and Hope are actively talking about it.
What's their goal?
Simple. Get their dad away from Sheila, prominently. And they see Taylor as the way to do it.
So they're going to push it.
That's the plan. If they sense that vibe between Deacon and Taylor, which, let's be honest, the sources say is already there, they are going to push for that pairing to happen.
And Brooke's on board with this matchmaking.
Confirmed. Brooke supports the push. It's like a united family front trying to engineer a stable, healthy relationship for Deacon.
And it's not just the kids pushing. Taylor herself.
Right. The sources say Taylor may find herself drawn to Deacon romantically. So it's not just external pressure. There's potential for genuine feelings there, which makes the kids meddling more likely to succeed.
A collective effort to swap Sheila's chaos for Taylor's stability.
Okay.
And any other big relationship news brewing?
There's a pretty strong tease about Hope and Liam. The sources suggest they could be engaged soon.
Great. Engagement.
Yeah, possibly time for November sweeps. That would be a big moment of stability amidst all the other drama, a core couple solidifying things.
That would definitely balance things out. Give us a hopeful center while Sheila and Luna, plot world domination or whatever.
Pretty much. And speaking of them, the conflicts continue. Deacon. He keeps pushing Sheila away, staying firm.
Good for him. But Luna...
Luna is infuriated to be behind bars again, and Sheila's likely focus will shift towards her.
Oh, so?
The sources anticipate Sheila visiting Luna in jail, on the sly.
Ooh. A secret jailhouse meeting between the show's two biggest villains.
Exactly. Imagine that conversation. Two women feeling wronged, imprisoned. What kind of trouble could they cook up together? Or at least, what dangerous ideas could they plant in each other's heads?
That's a seriously scary potential alliance. A hook for future mayhem, for sure. Any lighter news?
Maybe a little. We're going to see more of Daphne Rose and Carter Walton.
Oh, good. They need more screen time.
Well, it looks like they're getting it. The actress, Mireya Hilaire, she's been added to the main opening credits.
That's usually a big sign, isn't it? Means the show's investing in the character long term.
It certainly suggests a bigger role, likely developing that relationship with Carter, maybe setting them up as a more stable, less baggage-filled couple compared to everyone else.
That would be nice. Okay, any other stray threads for the future?
A couple of things. Hope might tell Deke the truth about what Remy Price did to Elektra. That could be another secret bubbling up. And Bill and Katie, they're still making plans to take and raise the baby, but the sources are very cagey about which baby that is.
Still unspecified. Okay, so that's another mystery waiting to drop.
Definitely feels like a setup for a big reveal later on. The whole picture is just layers upon layers of drama.
Okay, so let's try to wrap this up for you, the listener. We've done a deep dive, synthesizing across these three huge connected areas. First, the Deacon Taylor situation that's heating up, partly because the family sees it as the antidote to Sheila.
Right. Second, that Forrester Creations job battle. It's Hope's vision of fresh and new with Deke versus Ridge's old-school legacy. Big stakes there for the company's future.
And third, the really deep psychological stuff coming from Luna's actions. You've got Will needing PTSD therapy, Poppy's disturbing reaction to her own daughter. It's heavy.
Yeah, synthesizing all this, what really stands out is how patterns repeat. Like secrecy, for instance, it's a pattern of behavior, the sources call it. These characters seem trapped in their cycles.
Sure.
And the focus isn't just on what happens, but the impact. The sources keep highlighting the emotional toll, the trauma for Will, Poppy's lack of empathy. It feels like the show's really exploring the psychological consequences right now.
It definitely does. But okay, let's leave you with a final thought to go on. It builds on Hope's push for Deke at Forrester Creations.
Okay.
She's fighting for young and fresh over old school. If she wins, if Deke gets that job based on being new, is that just about hiring one guy? Or does it signal something bigger, a real fundamental shift away from the traditional Forrester aesthetic, the legacy Ridge build?
Ooh, that's interesting. And if the company's core identity does start to change, moving away from Ridge's vision, how does that affect Ridge and Brooke personally? Can they stay united through that kind of corporate identity crisis, especially with Brooke already sort of leaning towards Taylor's happiness, which complicates things further?
Exactly. That tension, legacy versus modernity, tradition versus disruption, feels like it's going to be simmering under everything in the next few weeks. Definitely something to watch.